Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I think we have some people filing in here, so I'll just wait a minute before I get started. To introduce myself, I'm Mallory Tartaglione, the marketing manager here in North America for Nosto. We have a great lineup of speakers today for you. And before I jump into it, just a little bit of housekeeping. There is a chat section where you can feel free to ask any questions that you have. There is also a questions tab down in the right corner right next to it. Feel free to use this as well. These questions will come in privately, so if you don't want your question seen, feel free to enter it there. I'll also highlight that at the end of each presentation, we'll have some time for questions, and then we'll do one final ask at the end if anyone has any questions about any of the presenters. If we do run out of time for whatever reason, we will be able to follow up with you if your question did not get answered. So if you're hesitant because you think it might not get addressed, we will absolutely follow up. So please feel free to add anything in. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to today's BFCM webinar. We are talking about final tips to boost sales and retain new customers. A quick intro of today's speakers. We will have Sean Gorman from the Nosto team, Lauren Ferreira from Attentive, Stephanie Ludeno from Gorgeous, and Krista Santiago from ShipBob. So without any further hesitation, I will hand it over to Sean. Just wanted to jump back in here. Sean, I just wanted to make sure you're not having any technical difficulty joining the stage.
Oh,
there we go. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I
No
don't know
worries.
what happened. Could you hear me at all? Apologies for that. Hey, everyone.
You are good.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Black Friday, Cyber Monday peak season series. As our fantastic host Mallory introduced, I'm Sean, a customer success manager at Nosto. I help clients with their day-to-day strategy, application, and optimization of Nosto. Our platform is powered by our neural engine, Experience AI. Experience AI unifies all of your customer, content, and product data in real time, so you can action it through a range of on-site experiences. This allows you to optimize each stage of the customer journey to boost key revenue-driving metrics through personalized search, category merchandising, product recommendations, user-generated content, and more. We work with over 700 Shopify brands globally, including Princess Polly, Kylie Cosmetics, and Vori. Additionally, we're a Shopify Plus certified app partner and offer a one-click install that allows you to get started in minutes and begin to harness the power of omni-channel personalization. Here, you can see the entire customer journey and how Nosto enables brands to strengthen their relationships with customers. Today, we're focusing on discovery, how we can connect customers to perfect products at exactly the right moment, the different tactics we can use to convert hesitant shoppers, and how to build customer lifetime value so that you're making the most out of your Black Friday, Cyber Monday traffic. So, how can we tackle omni-channel personalization? If a shopper browses a store on their computer, then their mobile device, and finally makes the decision to visit the store's physical location, a well-executed personalized omni-channel strategy enables their experience to be consistent across these channels and will reflect the shopper's behavior, regardless of where they begin or in their customer journey. The key to solving this equation is harnessing, unifying, and interpreting all relevant data. Implementing the ideal tech stack to meet your business's unique goals is key to identifying your customer across all retail touchpoints and ensuring you have the ability to not only collect transactional data, but also behavioral signals that your customers are exhibiting. Only then can we begin to connect all of the data points and deliver exceptional customer experiences. First, you need to build excitement and trust with your customers and prove your brand's value. To build excitement, highlight what makes your brand stand out as unique. Does your brand provide free shipping and returns? Does it pride itself in being women-owned? Are your products made with sustainable materials? Make sure there's messaging on your site so every customer is aware of your brand's mission and why, out of millions of retailers, they should shop with you. Adding a fear of missing out content pop-up highlights information and deals that you don't want your customers to miss out on and adds to the buzz of the weekend. Next, integrating reviews, whether it's a list of testimonies on a product page or ratings and review counts on individual product cards throughout the site, helps build the conversion driving confidence with visitors that your brand is leaving your customers satisfied. To further aid this trust building process, employing and implementing user-generated content highlights your products being used by real people in real life applications. If I know Tom in Minnesota is absolutely loving his new shirt and the quality of it, Sean in New York is going to take an extra moment out of his day to see what the shirt is all about. The best part about all of these trust and excitement building tactics is that we can easily set them up within Nosto with minimum amount of manual effort and can be scheduled when they're supposed to go live and when they're supposed to be removed from your site weeks or even months ahead of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Okay, so we understand what we need to do and why to ensure an optimal customer experience, but what does it look like? I personally helped one of my clients, Pelagic, a fishing accessory and outerwear brand, optimize their Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy by helping to create a holiday gift guide landing page utilizing an array of Nosto products. Each content square within this holiday gift guide is powered through Nosto's content personalization, and when clicked, a carousel will appear recommending products related to the tile that was selected. My other client, Harney and Sons Teas, and I took their gift guide a step further. The content tiles at the top of the page, just unlike the Pelagic gift guide, can be selected to recommend products filtered by category. However, we added a second set of content tiles at the bottom of the page that can be selected to recommend products at different price points. These recommendations additionally use our personalized recommendation algorithm to ensure that products are as relevant and unique to each individual visitor on the site as possible. On that note, utilizing Nosto's personalized product recommendation algorithm is absolutely crucial in facilitating the product discovery process for your clients. Nosto tracks over 100 different behavioral signals. However, we want to make sure that visitors that Nosto has yet to create a behavioral profile for, first-time visitors or individuals using a private browser, are also being recommended relevant products. So make sure during your setup of recommendations during the season that we are using fallbacks that don't necessitate the need for behavioral profiles. After you've set up your site's overarching Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy, make sure that you're scheduling daily deals that shoppers can sign up for that contain personalized recommendations, highlighting that there's something for everyone during your sale. Additionally, make sure that product bundles on product pages are being utilized to increase the average order value through cross-sells and upsells. And again, I might sound like a broken record here, but please make sure you are scheduling all of your content campaigns, recommendations, and pop-ups well before the start of your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. The end of the year is already as hectic and as busy as it gets, so make sure your site is prepared in advance for the most profitable time of the year. With Nosto's Audience Insights tool, monitoring the engagement and metrics of first-time visitors, first-time customers, or even past customers that have disengaged with your brand is readily available within the Nostro customer experience platform for you to use to your advantage. For example, we're able to create a lapsed purchaser segment with specially tailored re-engagement flows. These flows contain product widgets recommending new products on the site that are tailored to a disengaged customer's specific product affinities. And there's an overarching theme that's starting to emerge here. And everything that we've discussed today at its core is an application of leveraging the data on your site to make sure every impression is relevant and each visit is as unique as possible. That's all I have for us today. I'm really excited to hear some of the other speakers today. And don't forget to download our ebook containing some more peak season tips. I want to make sure that you are able to take this time to use me as a resource for all things Nosto. So are there any questions or comments for me? All right. Well, thank you for the time today. I was so excited to speak with you, and I'm really excited to hear what everyone else has to say today.
Oh, Sean, we did have one question if you want to
Oh,
hang on the stage
oh,
for a second.
oh,
What popular bundles would you suggest?
of course. Yes. So something that I really like to employ with my customers is basically like style it with bundles. Being able to, come in and select multiple products within the dynamic bundles Nosto product. You can select 3 different products that are supposed to be recommended when this category of product is recommended, and then we're going to fill it in with typically items that go well with it. Let's say you're shopping for a shirt. Maybe we want to highlight that, hey, we think these pants, we think these shoes, and we think this nice little belt is going to go well with your brand new shirt. It's something that just makes sense, and it's like, oh, you're shopping for a shirt, but what if you got a whole outfit instead? And make sure that you're looking as good as possible at all times. Any other questions?
We did
There
have
we go.
we did have
Oh,
a couple other come in. I think we have time for one more before we hand it over. Let me scroll up here. How do you track your customers' behavior? Is it with a heat map? Heat map. And what are the latest CTR trends in web design? I think maybe you can tackle the first part of that if you
yeah, 100%.
need to it.
So we tracked over 100 different behavioral signs and actions on a site. And that is typically through clicks, how long someone is, spending on a certain page, what pages they've looked at, the order of pages that they've looked at, where they've came from, what variant colors that they've looked at. So we take all of this information and assign them a affinity value. And so once we have these affinity values, we have already pre-assigned these affinity values to your product catalog. And so we seamlessly couple them together.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll take a look at any other incoming questions. We can address them after or later on if we end up having time. But I thank you, Sean, very much. This was
Thank
great.
you.
And I want to introduce Lauren Ferreira from Attentive, who will be speaking on stage next.
Hi everyone, am I on stage?
Yes.
Awesome, just wanted to make a quick check. Hi everyone, I'm Lauren. I'm a Senior Tech Partnerships Manager here at Attentive, and I'm really excited to be here with all of these incredible, actually integrated partners. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can absolutely crush Black Friday, Cyber Monday season with the power of personalization and AI. Before I get started, I'm really curious. If, in one word, can you just drop in the chat, how are you feeling about this upcoming Black Friday, Cyber Monday season? Are you stressed? Are you ready? Are you feeling confident? Like one word, stoked, excited, ready. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys, of course you are. We're 3 months ahead, rushed. Awesome. Okay, well, hopefully I'm going to be able to share some really great tips and tricks and ways that you can not only just make sure you're reaching your right consumer, but doing that at scale. So with that, For those who aren't familiar with Attentive, we are the leading AI, SMS, and email marketing platform, and we service over 8,000 leading brands today. And a really fun fact, last year we drove over $20 billion in revenue for our customer, and that number is increasing year over year. We're super proud of all their growth. And like, while many of you might know us as like the leader in SMS, that's definitely where we started. We took our mobile first strategy and it allowed us to also venture into email. And that email has best in class deliverability. And we also have incredible list growth tools to not only help you grow your audience, but create personal and meaningful messages. But we are 93 days from Black Friday. I know that's a scary number, but I counted. So let's talk about how you can knock it out of the park. And I always think it's really helpful when thinking about planning for this year, what happened last year and what insights can we glean from last year's Black Friday, Cyber Monday season to see how that might inform our strategies this year. And last year, shoppers set a crazy new record by spending $9.6 billion online, which was almost a 4% increase from last year. And of that total, 8,000 of the brands on Attentive generated over $1.8 billion in revenue during Cyber Week, which was 64% more than last year. So we're expecting similar growth. And this week, as we all know, is extremely important for the holiday season shopping. And we know also that since the pandemic, with all of the noise that happens around this season, the clear division between those who are very successful during it and those who aren't doing super well is really, it comes down to being able to understand your audience and the messaging strategy to reach those consumers. Successful retailers are using AI and personalized messages to meet those needs during the shopping season. And so last year we saw three main trends. One was that message volume peaked a lot earlier. I think we all know that the Black Friday, Black Friday marketing is starting earlier and earlier every year. Soon we'll be starting now. So it's really important to kind of start planning, but also figuring out like how you can set yourself up for success. The second trend we saw was that incorporating personalization that's based on real-time behavior for those in the Shopify universe, like thinking about like how those behaviors on site, their cart abandonment, all those different events are driving better buying experiences and driving higher conversion rates if we know kind of those behaviors and can trigger messaging on them. And last, like, as this is going to come to no surprise, AI was like really big last year, and we only expect that to increase this year. So to talk about timing, if you look at that nice little graph on the right, hopefully it's not too much of an eye chart. What that's showing is the different text, both click-through and conversion rates, as well as email and conversion rates and click-throughs. And the TLDR of this is that we see that peak happening at Black Friday, which is expected. But we're also seeing that it's sustaining above a 30% conversion rate through Cyber Monday, which is encouraging. It shows us that we can continue our messaging strategy and still drive a lot of conversion throughout that entire weekend. On the email side, we see that a little bit decrease, but still reaching a 23% conversion rate on Black Friday. And this also kind of, if you look at the tail going all the way to Monday, folks are starting to shop early when those early sales are available. If we dig in this a little deeper, I also kind of wanted to share, what are some of the best times to send those text messages and when are those converting? And please take a screenshot. I'm not going to go into this in too much detail, but a couple just high level takeaways from this. One, on the left side, we'll see SMS. The most popular times to send were either in the morning or in the evening with Thanksgiving, with the most popular send time being at 11. But then on Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and Cyber Monday, we see that like those conversion rates are kind of happening in the early afternoon and early evening. On the flip side, what's interesting is, the email, especially on Black Friday and Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving starting at 7 p.m., 9 a.m., it's a little bit split kind of throughout the week. But what's really interesting is a lot of those conversions are happening in the wee hours of the night and early morning. So, be kind of mindful as you're planning when you're going to be sending these campaigns. And And if you are in a region where MMS, multimedia messaging, is available, just note that that can often be slower. And we usually see peak times, those peak hours between like 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern. So try to avoid those if you're using MMS. And then if you have an urgent message, always use SMS. Next trend is personalization. So I think we're all aware, inboxes, whether that's the text messaging or email, there's a lot of noise. And the best tool in your marketer's toolbox is going to be cutting through the clutter using personalized messaging. And we know that personalized messaging drives better results. Our attentive customers were able to recover almost $150 million in abandoned carts and also drive better conversion rates by really triggering, again, off of their consumers' behavior. And the last trend should not surprise anyone. This has been the biggest buzzword of the last few years, AI. But there's a lot of data to show that AI is here to stay, and the marketers who start implementing it early and really start optimizing, small teams to do more are going to be the ones that win during this holiday season. Nearly 50% of our customers used at least one AI feature last year, which is incredible. If you are using an AI feature, like drop it in. If you're an attentive customer using AI feature, drop it in the chat. If you're not, I would also love to know. But those customers sent over 200 million texts with AI. And we saw across the board that, the feature really helped with those click-through rates. And it showed that they were actually higher than messages that weren't using AI, which also shows that shoppers are getting more comfortable with like AI created messages, sent messages, which is encouraging. And so these were some trends, like how can you as a marketer put these, personalization and AI into practice with, in the months leading up to Black Friday. This is one of my favorite examples, and it doesn't even require AI, but it can absolutely enhance your AI strategy, but collect zero-party data. And one of, I think, the really unique and special parts of, sending SMS to your consumers is that it's very conversational. You can really engage with them on a one-to-one basis and collect that really valuable zero-party data in the process. And we know that 49% of consumers will actually, provide their shopping preferences if they're going to get more personalized product recommendations. And so I have two examples here, one from Victoria Beckham on the left and one from Zales on the right. And what they did was implement kind of polls and quizzes, which are fun, interactive, but also collect that zero-party data. So you can see Victoria Beckham on the left was like, hey, what are you most interested in hearing about? Bestsellers, new launches, all of the above. And then that consumer is able to say, I'm interested in X. And you can make sure that you're not sending them messages they don't want to receive. And then they're more likely to engage with the ones they do get. And Zales, I love this example, especially since folks during Black Friday are often shopping. And, I know Nasto mentioned gift guides, but like this is another way you can help shoppers, when they're overwhelmed with shopping and say, what are you looking for a gift? And they can kind of guide you, and then you're able to send a really great product recommendation that they'll be more likely to purchase. And personalization is really crucial to cut through the clutter, but in actuality, it's really hard to do this at scale. And this is where AI can come in to allow you to create personalization at scale. We know that 68% of consumers will switch their loyalty for a more personalized experience. And so if you are thinking about using AI to kind of help you during this season and better optimizing segmentation, having better timing, tailored messages, start early. If you're using Attentive today, you might know we have some newly launched AI products, both AI Pro and AI Journeys. You can trial it today in the lead up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday to send those hyper personalized messages and start testing. And if you're not on Attentive or doing SMS but interested, reach out. We have out of the box AI tools and a 30-day free trial to get you started. Something for everyone. And quickly, if you're like, okay, what is AI going to actually do for me? What are some of the benefits that I'm potentially going to see? One, it's going to save you time and boost the effectiveness of your messages, especially if you have a small team. It's really hard to create a lot of customized journey, really dig into segmentation, understand who your high intent buyers are. And that's where AI can take some of that guesswork out and really support your team during this really busy season. And we know that our customers are seeing that lift 124% revenue lift, which is incredible. So I just want to hop into a couple examples to show you how some of our brands are using AI today, hopefully get you inspired. One is Little Sleepies. They were looking for, they wanted to create higher performing SMS journeys and campaigns. And they chose Attentive AI's products to help them identify those most valuable subscribers and then deliver more relevant messages. They started by collecting that first party data, so behavioral information from their signups, different user behavior on site. And then Attentive AI is able to take that data, process it at scale, and identify those high purchase intent subscribers, and also exclude less engaged subscribers, especially with SMS when you're paying per message. It's really important to really optimize who you're sending it to so you can get those better conversion rate. And you can see that Little Sleepies sent 47% more triggered messages, and that drove a 31% incremental revenue lift. Another way AI can help you this holiday season is evident from a great example by Thread. They merged their SMS and email programs with Attentive, but they really wanted to enhance the effectiveness of their triggered emails. And one of the opportunities was to better identify some of those on-site visitors. We know cookies are going away. So they began using Identity AI, which is part of Attentive's AI Pro suite, which allowed them to compliantly recognize more subscribers across different devices and sessions beyond that cookie's lifespan. And ultimately what it did is allowed them to identify a larger portion of their site traffic and send those additional follow-up messages. So you see they send 18% more triggered email, which drew 14% more incremental email value, which is great. And the last thing I want to leave you with, there's so much I could talk about about this today. And, whether you're looking at AI, not really ready for it, I did want to pass along this incredible resource. We compiled all of the best tips, tricks, customer examples, text to inspire you on what you might want to send this year. And that is available in our complete Black Friday Cyber Monday archive. So go ahead and scan that thing. I'll also drop the link in the chat afterward. And as a bonus, I'm also going to send you a link to Text We Love. It's full of different messaging ideas from our customers to just get you inspired to be ready for Black Friday this year. So thank you so much. I'm happy to answer any questions if anyone has them. I'll start checking the chat.
It does look like, Lauren, one question came in through the private questions tab. And I think this calls back to the trend you were discussing in terms of timing. I know you mentioned Saturday and Sunday saw strong performance compared to days leading up to Black Friday. But this specific question was asking about sending messages on Thanksgiving versus sending them first thing Black Friday morning, and if there is a strong difference between the two.
That's a great question. Let me follow up. I'll look at who sent that, and I might have some resources actually in this Black Friday Cyber Monday thing that can actually explain it better, that granularity better than I can. Should I think about how do you think we should coordinate this with our accounting and finance team? Is that in relation to like using AI or SMS marketing? Sorry, Caleb. I see you're typing. To not hold everyone up, Caleb, let's chat. We go over budget a lot. Yeah, I get that, especially during this season. Caleb, I'll definitely take that one offline with you. I'm happy to chat about that. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for having Attentive. I'll drop my contact information in the chat if anyone wants to follow up with any more questions or is looking for specific resources. I'm happy to assist.
Great. Thank you so much, Lauren. And up next, we have Stephanie Ludena from Gorgeous joining us.
And there we go. Thank you so much, Mallory, for the intro. Very happy to be here with you today. Are we sharing screen? Yes. Great. So before we jump in, I'd love to know, just because, yeah, as we know, AI is a big buzzword right now, but it is very important. So I'd love to know in the chat if you are already using AI in your customer experience strategy or customer support strategy. Great. So Jennifer is testing AI now. Jamie says yes as well. Alex is too. Great. So I see some adapters there. So today I will be sharing some important lessons on how to use optimize your BFCM strategy with insights and AI to boost sales and retain new customers. So three main lessons for today that we are going to look into is creating this strategy from past customer interactions and an omni-channel presence, adding AI to the team, and meeting your customers where they are. Great. So to get started, if you don't know Gorgeous yet, Gorgeous is a customer service platform designed specifically for e-commerce brands and built for your entire tech stack to help drive more revenue with a seamless customer shopping experience. Now, in order to best prepare on how to implement sales and retention tactics, this is the topic of today as well, first we have to understand what customers want. And all of this starts with delighting them beyond just a transaction. So how do you help your customers, right? So first of all, be where your customers are, providing proactive support and responding to tickets as quickly as possible. So we're going to get into details on how to achieve these three things and why they are important. Now, you all know that customers are going to reach out to you however they want. So you need to be available in all of the different channels possible. Sorry about that. And you should also know who your customer is the minute they reach out to you, right? So somewhere out there is going to reach out via Facebook, for example. Maybe somebody else prefers text, or maybe you send an SMS with a tentative and then they reply to you there, right? So you can only do so much to drive all of these customers who are reaching out to you to your main email if that is your only source of support. So this is why having an omni-channel strategy to aggregate and give a standard experience across all channels is critical. And also, by centralizing all of your different channels, your team's bandwidth can be mitigated as well. So with all of these different interactions from multiple channels, data is also crucial to improve fast and efficient personalized customer experience, which is also why brands should leverage technology to automate common questions and avoid redundancies in processes. So it's important also to note that support encompasses pre and post purchase questions, as we know, and obviously these are both opportunities to convert and retain customers. As a matter of fact, we've done some studies based on our customer base, and 67% of conversations coming through chat tend to be pre-sales. But 76% of these conversations coming through emails are usually post-sale conversations, right? So by using automation to help customers serve themselves and through self-service support, your agents are also going to have a lot more time to focus on those problems that require more human empathy or conversations where there is an opportunity to cross-sell or upsell. Now, we all know that everyone is trying to achieve 24/7 customer support as a gold standard. However, not every brand is big enough to staff this in every time zone, right? So what we've seen though is that a team of even like 4 or 5 agents has immense firepower when they are equipped correctly. On Gorgeous, we can see that merchants who are using our platform most effectively are automating around 25% of their tickets, and even up to 60% of their tickets when they set up AI agent, for instance. So as you scale, that level of reduced ticket volume can have a huge difference on the quality of support interactions your support agents can have with your customers. And obviously, when they're not busy with those constant repetitive tickets, that can be easily handled with automation, they are going to be able to spend more time on high impact work. These are some examples, as you can see, of some of the brands we're helping that have had really good results. Now, we are entering the new age of customer experience thanks to technology. So technology and shopping are obviously changing faster than ever. We all know this. And with this, customer expectations for immediate service are higher than ever as well. Therefore, brands really need to focus on this on retention, as it is the biggest competitive advantage over acquisition and ad spend. Now, what does this mean for support, though, and customer experience? Now, this will be a real paradigm shift. Answering tickets will no longer be the main component of CX jobs. Instead, people working in support and customer experience now will have more time to coach AI to respond to those basic tickets so they can earn time for their team to handle escalated tickets and other projects like website updates, warehouse management, logistics, etc., that have usually been deprioritized by these type of teams up until now. Now, we can get specific now on how it actually works. How does AI work? So first of all, you will need a customer experience platform that delivers data to your AI. Now, something that can connect your knowledge base, your Shopify, for instance, your internal policies, processes, and also that speaks at your brand's voice. With all of this, so it must use all of this learning to resolve your tickets accurately and on brand. And finally, you must have the ability to review all of these interactions and coach the AI to continually improve. And with time, all of this training will make your AI stronger and stronger until it becomes eventually like your top performer agent. Something really curious that we found with our customers using our AI agent now is that many times when they get to that point also of like it's so well trained, it even becomes even more empathetic and gives more personalized responses than even the human agent. So it can be really, really powerful. A couple of success stories we've had that I'd love to share with you today. Tropicals increased their sales by 78% through pre-sale conversations. But not only that, they also have improved their resolution time by 52%, and now they have a CSAT score of 4.8. So great results when a brand has been using all of this technology available to their favor. Another great example, Shinesty is now automating more than 50% of their tickets to automate those responses. And now, well, usually they have a team of 5 people. During peak season, they would have to hire, in previous years, 15 more people. So they have a total of 20 people in the team. But now with all of this help from automation, they can easily handle all of those tickets with only 5 agents, sorry. And of course, they have a 65% faster response time as well. Now to recap, so on the tips to boost sales and retain new customers, again, remember, be where your customers are, provide proactive support, respond to tickets as quickly as possible, and of course, leverage technology and AI to do so. Now, at Gorgeous, we are helping 15,000 brands already to do this. If you'd like a free consultation for your brand, feel free to book some time here. And of course, you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to help and answer any of your questions if there are any as well. Thank you all.
Great.
Again, yeah, love to answer any questions if there are any in the chat.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. We'll give the chat a minute just to see if there are any incoming. It looks like you are very, very clear. So thank you so much. Really, really enjoyed this, Stephanie. And if there are any follow-up questions, we will absolutely address them and share them with each speaker to follow up with. So
thank you.
All right. I will now hand it over to Krista Santiago from ShipBob. Yes, go Go ahead, take it away.
Oh, I was muted. Thanks, Mallory. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, everyone, for sticking with us. Last presentation here, so we'll try to make this quick, but I'm super excited to be chatting with you all today. We're going to talk about tips to streamline fulfillment for a seamless peak season. So getting into it, before we dive in, I want to give a quick overview for those who may not be familiar with ShipBob, we help brands fulfill their orders across all sales channels. A few things I want to highlight. We do work with businesses of all sizes, so ranging from Fortune 1000 companies to D2C brands to people who are just getting started, and we provide them all with access to best-in-class supply chain capabilities. So we can help you optimize fulfillment operations in your own facilities with ShipBob's warehouse management software, or you can completely outsource it to ShipBob, where we handle the pick, pack, and ship of your orders at over 50 fulfillment centers across the world. We're trusted by thousands of brands to build a scalable and affordable fulfillment strategy and fulfill orders with seamless omni-channel connectivity. So the warehouse piece is one thing, and then we also have the technology platform that provides you with a single view of your business and customers across all your sales channels, and just enables you to manage products, inventory, orders, and shipments, all while leveraging real-time analytics and reporting. So let's dive into it. First step to a seamless peak season is going to be getting your inventory closer to your customers. This is an important step in delivering a seamless shopper journey this holiday season, and it allows you to provide fast and affordable deliveries, which is definitely the goal when it comes to fulfillment. So when it comes to your warehouse locations, one of the most important considerations is if it's near your customers. And since your customers likely don't all live in the same geographic region, using one fulfillment center can make it nearly impossible to efficiently reach the majority of people who buy from you. So it's either going to take a while to get to the customer, or it's going to cost a lot to get it to them quickly with just one fulfillment center. So both those situations result in an unsatisfied customer. And so that's where distributed inventory comes in. So at ShipBob, we'll actually look at your customer and order data to see where your customers are located and then place inventory closer to those areas. So for example, our merchant at our place, we're originally just leveraging 2 of our fulfillment centers, one on each coast, which is pretty typical for brands to start out with. They were seeing pretty long shipping times of 5 to 6 days, and that was really impacting them during peak season. So their holiday cutoff was around the 15th or 16th of December. So they wanted customers to place orders by those dates in order to get the order before the holidays. And so they wanted to offer customers faster and more affordable delivery. And so they expanded to 4 warehouses. So this transition into a huge cost savings for them, amounting to about 1.5 million in freight expenses, which is crazy. So currently with those 4 fulfillment centers, only 2% of their orders are reaching zones 7 or 8 collectively. So meaning that 98% of their orders are shipping within zones 1 through 6. And by shipping locally to lower zones, they're achieving the most significant reductions in outbound costs. Since going from 2 fulfillment centers to 4, they can now extend their holiday sales to the 19th or 20th. So they went from cutting off holiday sales on about the 15th or 16th to now the 19th and 20th. While also still being confident that they can use cost-effective ground shipping, and they'll still be able to get those orders to their customers pre-Christmas. So this extension allows them to capture an additional 4 or 5 days of revenue, totaling over $2 million last year. So this one switch to getting inventory closer to their customers resulted in not only savings, but also more sales for the peak season. So again, inventory location, it's crucial to be able to deliver on customer expectations of quick shipping. We know that, 2-day shipping is it used to be a nice to have. Now it's really a must have. And so we're able to offer that by distributing inventory, but it also allows you to extend those holiday sales and take advantage of those few extra days, which can really make an impact. So that brings me to my next point of meeting customers where they are, online and offline. So physical and digital retail are no longer separate lanes of business. Actually, about 90% of shoppers expect omni-channel experiences online and in stores. And it's a great way to meet your customers anywhere that they shop, but also to take advantage of the trust and loyalty that comes with brand names like Walmart, Target, Ulta, etc. So sticking with the Our Place example, they knew it was important to have an online and offline presence, but they were originally piecing it together through multiple partners when it comes to fulfillment. So as some of you may know, managing separate inventory pools across multiple fulfillment partners can be really challenging and hectic and a lot of manual work. And so this taught them that it's essential to maintain unified inventory across all channels. So from there, they brought all direct-to-consumer sales and B2B sales into one partner under ShipBob to streamline their orders from their website and retailers like Nordstrom, Target, Bloomingdale's, and Saks. So by consolidating their approach to both direct-to-consumer and B2B fulfillment, they simplified their logistics and also lowered outbound freight costs by a lot. And this brings me to my last tip, which is super important, creating a memorable unboxing experience. So this one has really become more and more important to our customers over the last few years, is having some sort of branded unboxing experience, something that the customer will feel good about when they receive that order in the mail. And so typically when you're expanding to new sales channels or even new sales fulfillment partners, it's really hard to maintain a consistent branded unboxing experience. So especially with peak season approaching, these unboxing experiences are going to be more important than ever. And leaning on a 3PL like ShipBob allows you to provide the same unboxing experience for all customers, no matter what sales channel or fulfillment center the order is coming from. So during peak season, you will get some new customers and you want to really leave them with a good experience. So this is a great way to do that. Our Place is a high-end product. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with them. I have a few pans myself. They're really great products and they're definitely not cheap. So they do have high standards when it comes to the type of experience that they want customers to have with their brand. So because of this, they do a few different things when it comes to customization. They have branded packaging, which you can see here, fun marketing inserts with maybe coupons for their next order or a custom gift note thanking the customer for ordering from them, and really anything like that to drive a good customer experience home at that last point in the customer journey. So a memorable unboxing experience has a ton of benefits, whether it's driving ongoing loyalty, increasing retention, leaving that customer feel like they want to come back for more, or building awareness. It's an important differentiator that allows you to add a special touch to your last mile experience and leave your customers, again, wanting to come back for more after the holiday season. So holding on to those new customers that you acquired during peak. So I know that was pretty quick, but just wanted to thank everyone for joining today and thanks for having ShipBob. We do have some great offers to wrap things up. So we have $1,000 in free shipping credits, 90% off implementation, and then my favorite one is the 3 months of branded truck wraps. So that's getting your brand on a ShipBob truck that you can see in your local city driving around. It's a pretty cool marketing opportunity. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Follow up with me. I'll put my contact info in the chat for everyone as well.
Thank you so much, Krista. This was an awesome presentation. And I know I am also the proud owner of an Our Place pan, and I very much love it.
I love them. Yeah. The colors, everything. It's so fun.
Yes, agreed. Does anyone have any questions for Krista before we wrap things up today? I see a couple people typing, so we'll just give them a moment.
Yes, Alex.
Love to hear that. All right. Well, if we are going to wrap things up here. If anyone does, again, have any follow-up questions, And if we weren't able to get to them, we will share them with all of the speakers and make sure that we get back to you. If you do have follow-up questions after this, please feel free to reach out to any of us, and we will make sure that your question gets in the right hands. That about does it for us today. So thank you all for joining very much, and hope you enjoyed. You will be receiving this on demand as well, so check for that in your inbox.
Thanks,
All right,
Mallory.
everyone. Take care.